But I don't care, because I've got loads of money. I'm a bailiff. Get out of your house, because I've got loads of money. See, Comic Relief, right, they do a lot of work for the homeless, don't they? Well, I create them. I create the homeless for Comic Relief. If it weren't for me, there wouldn't be no homeless for Comic Relief to help. And I think it's about time someone thanked me for that. Thank you very much, though. There you go, I thank myself. Loads of money. People say, right, these days, right, people say they can't tell the difference between a brand new £10 note and a brand new £20 note, right? I know what they mean, right? I'll show you, right? Show you this, right? £10, 20 note, what's the difference? £20 note. See, exactly the same, isn't it? Recession? What recession? I'm a bailiff. I've got loads of money. Ben Elton and everyone else on tonight, they're all scum. None of them are as good as me. And I'll tell you why, because they're all poorer than me. I'll tell you, I could sort out Comic Relief, all the money, all the starving people, just with my words, right? But I'm not gonna, because it's my money. My lovely money. I've got loads of money. Loads of money. Loads of money.
That was, of course, the brilliant Harry Enfield. Now I'd like to introduce an old friend of Friday and Saturday Night Lives. He's not here. He's down under and he's in Sydney. Who else could it be but Julian Clary?
Hello, Ben. Sorry to interrupt you. The show's going very well. Love every minute. And hasn't time been kind to you? It's Julian here. I just popped in because I thought the one thing this show is lacking is a bit of glamour and a bit of pleasing bone structure. So here I am in Show Business Lodge in Sydney, where I'm rubbing shoulders with the likes of Dame Kiri, Kananawana, Marijuana. And I see a lot of her. You see her in the window next door. Going, oh. You can often see me doing that in our window, but for an entirely different reason, obviously. And I just wanted to remind everyone that a bit of money is needed here, and I've got some numbers to reel off for you, and I'll try and make them as interesting as possible. We have the London number, which is 071 436 7777, which is fairly interesting, I think. Then we move on to Glasgow, or Glasgow, and the number is 041 353 1919, which always brings a smile to my face. Then there's Wigan. And the best we can hope for there is 0942 800 800, a certain ring to it. Reading is 0734 51 0000. And finally, Belfast. Good old Belfast has come up with 0232 21 32 13. And that's all I've come to say. Back to you, Ben. Have jolly fun and start telling us jokes, please, about snot and vomit. That's what the public want. Bye-bye from Australia. Bye-bye.
Tremendous stuff. Julian Clary there. Superb stuff with Comic Relief and Friday Night Live. Great to see Julian there. I do love a double. I was just backstage. A guy said to me, cream in your coffee? I said, well, I was thinking of drinking it, actually. But right now, we're going to raise the tone a little bit. We're going to have something just a little bit intellectual, so I hope our studio audience can stick with it, because we're going to meet Professor F.J. Lewis and the presenter of History Today.
Good evening and welcome to History Today. It has been some time since our last appearance on the television. This is because, apparently, there were those amongst the viewing public who felt that the broadcast then given by myself and Professor F.J. Lewis in some way failed adequately to cover the historical topics of our brief. I can only apologise and pledge that tonight's topic, the Enclosures Act and its effect on English rural population, shall be a most detailed investigation of this most controversial of themes. So, Professor Lewis, I wonder if you would agree that the most perceptive insight into 14th century society can be garnered from the literature of the time, Langland, Bunyan, and specifically Chaucer.
Gat gente and sorwe came the lande, when into the quente broche war the pande. O kinge, I would thou nelte dignally indate, ne scrivenish, or craftily, though it writte.
Indeed. And how exactly would you interpret this passage?
That's how your mum talks. She's got a bit missing from her mouth. It's a tragedy.
I see. See one of those boxes with a drawing of a cow on it, and when you turn it upside down, it goes moo?
Moo.
Yes, moo.
I have observed the novelty item.
That's your stereo, that is. That's your state-of-the-art Hitachi.
Oh, aha, ha, ha. You know, like an old roller skate that's been left out in the rain and is carved in rust and has got some dog plop on it.
Yes, I have chanced upon such an object.
That's your car, that is. That's your car on a Sunday afternoon after you've spent the whole day polishing it up to make it extra spruce.
See that Matt Munro?
No, I've never heard of him, and no one knows or cares who he is.
Yes, that's you, that is.
See that little bloke off of Fantasy Island?
I am aware of his work.
That's your hero, that is. You've got, like, a big poster of him on your wall. You want to be him. You are him.
But Professor Lewis...
He's you.
Professor Lewis, if we could return to the subject in hand, A.J.P. Taylor...
Your boyfriend, you mean?
In his book, Origins of Industrial Discontent, he says...
He says to you, oh...
See that John Inman?
I am aware of his work.
You've lost a fight to him. He beats you up every day.
See your mum.
My mother, yes.
She does it for money.
Your mum does it for free.
Your mum does it with you. For money. She gives you your pocket money and you give it right back.
You know when you're walking through a field and you tread in a cow pat, and then immediately, with the other foot, you tread in another cow pat?
So I am effectively standing in two piles of cack.
Yes.
I have heard talk of the experience.
That's your new trainers, that is. That's your £100 Reeboks. And do you see that woman at the back of the studio?
You mean right at the very, very back wall of the entire studio?
Yes. From here, she is a barely distinguishable speck.
I can just make her out.
That's the nearest you've ever come to getting off with a girl.
You don't even know what a girl is. You've never even heard the word. That's why you said girl.
Well, I don't think anyone can be in any doubt that tonight, myself and Professor F.J. Lewis have had a most valid, rich and incisive debate. Professor Lewis, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed, that was, of course, David Baddiel and Rob Newman. Superb stuff. All right, now it's some time for some pop music, as I think we can hear in the other end of the studio. Now, these guys prove for once and for all that...
Didn't sleep all night worrying about it. Ran down to the ward the next day to see if she was all right. And she died. No, she hadn't really, but... she was paralysed for life. No, she wasn't. But she did weigh 6 stone, so I punched her because I don't like thin people. Thank you very much. That's all from me. Good night.
Joe Brand. Joe Brand, ladies and gentlemen. Superb stuff. Wonderful to hear. And now a bloke who was up early this morning, he's going to be up early tomorrow morning. Well, that's what he's been boasting about backstage. And so far, for the last time, it's back to the snottery with the fabulously orangey Chris Evans.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you, Ben. I've been up for 22 hours and I'm feeling great. Okay, so what's Comic Relief got? And the audience are going well. Last time gave out some letters, the final two letters that could be found inside a red nose, and they were the letters E and V. There's only one prize left, and it's the Mini. It's customised, it's brand new, it's from Rover. We're very grateful. So all the people with E's and V's in the nose have been ringing. I'm going to stop this, and straight away the person who's just won the Mini. It's as simple as that. Let's get this name up here now. It's Helen Daniels from the West Midlands. Hello, Helen Daniels.
Hello.
How are you?
I just don't believe it.
You've just won this beautiful car. She's won the car, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. And you know how come you've won this car, Helen? You've won this car because you bought a red nose for 70p. A lot of people didn't. You did this year, so in a way you deserve it. You, on behalf of all the people that bought the red noses, thank you very much indeed.
I'm totally stunned.
Okay, well, you have a great drive, and you be careful, all right?
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. Have a
Thanks,
nice
bye.
rest of the night. Stay with us here right to the end of the show. Lots of stuff coming up with Griff Rees-Jones and Jonathan and Lenny back on stage soon. But way back, hours ago now, one poor guy got through, got on the air, stood a chance of winning this Mini or that Mini or a trip to Melbourne, but did in fact win the privilege of being gunged in the snotty gunge tank. And here is the guy. He's Ian. He's 33 years old, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. He's come on. They're flagging. They're definitely flagging the audience now. You're flagging now. Are you flagging? Good. Okay, Ian, you're 33 years old. You're an activities manager. You've come all the way from Reading.
Yep.
Okay, and you've brought with you your 3-week-old...
Son.
3-week-old son round backstage. 3-week-old son already enjoying hospitality at the BBC. Big fat cigar in his mouth, talking to Johnny Ross. He's having a lovely time. Okay, you've also got 2 kiddies back at home.
Yeah, Amy and Nick.
Okay, give them a wave there. And you're an activities manager, and if you mention where you're an activities manager, you get £100 off your boss for Comic Relief.
I certainly do. It's Loddon Valley Leisure Centre in Lower Early.
Okay, all right, that's lovely. So that's another £100 for Comic Relief. Good, more money. So, oh, livening up now, are you? Good. Well, this is full of snot, this red nose here. It's the hugest red nose. And, of course, there's only one nose that could prepare this snot, this amount of snot. Is it Barry Manilow's nose? Let me hear you say no. Is it Cyrano de Bergerac's nose? Let me hear you say no. No. Is it Pinocchio's nose at the height of his lying career? Of course not. Because there's only one nose that can produce this much snot, and it is, in fact, God himself, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, God himself has given us this snot. So for the final time, Comic Relief 1993, what has Comic Relief got? Let's see the snot. Here it comes. Okay, Ian, thank you very much indeed. Well, that's it from me. I'm going to bed now, but you stay with the show. And if you haven't made a donation yet, then you better get on that phone. Thank you very much, and good night.
Thanks a lot there, Chris. That tomato sure had good timing, didn't it? We are, of course, all auditioning for roles in Noel's house party. That's the secret agenda behind Comic Relief tonight. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if I were to say to you that Britain is an apartheid society, a country which actively discriminates against large groups of its own citizens, well, you'd think, come on, Ben, not in Britain, surely. Well, take a look at this.
Do you find that you're always late every time that you have a date? 'Cause in your wheelchair you cannot get everywhere. Just you just
should be able to take for granted that my quality of life is equal to yours. And at this point in time, I just can't do that.
Children get on buses, and just because they see you disabled, they just push past and they'll talk behind your backs.
I had to get out of my chair into my cinema seats, and because I've got no feeling from my waist down, the cinema seat catapulted me over the top, and I broke my leg.
Just been turned down again for work. The manager was such a jerk. What is it they see? 'Cause it sure ain't me. Does you does, or does you don't have access? Does the world you live in block you out?
Well, I have diabetes, and I know that if I went for a job interview, then the employer would look at my CV to see what I was capable of doing. But my son has cerebral palsy, and if he went to the same job interview, then I know that an employer would look at his legs rather than his CV.
I've made places accessible by, having friends drag me up and down steps, whether it be, 4, 5 or 6 steps, when there's just a small number of steps that are making access difficult. But I tend not to want to do that anymore. I don't like to be dragged up and down steps. I find it very undignified.
The poll tax came out, and I actually got the information in Braille and on tape, and yet that had never happened to me before and hasn't happened to me since. So if they want to get a message across, they certainly will do.
Does you does, or does you don't have access? The way you're acting really makes me doubt. You say you're open to the public. The public's here, don't keep us out.
There's a club that I go to, and the access to get into the place for a wheelchair is good, because the entrance is flat, and they have wheelchair accessible toilets. But the only bad thing about it is they have a dance floor, but to get up to the dance floor, there's a load of steps.
Access is about being treated as a human being.
I mean, if you look round at other movements, Sex Discrimination Act and Equal Opportunities Act only came about through people actually standing up and fighting for their rights, and that definitely needs to happen for disabled people.
When you want to make yourself heard, you only have to say the words, but are you listening to this song we sing? We're asking you, does you does, or does you don't give access? You may think you do, but we still need to fight until access ain't a favor but a right. Until access ain't a favor, it's a right.
Access is not just about getting into places. It's about access to employment, access to education, and access to full rights as members of society. We are fighting for these rights.
Superb bit of filmmaking there, and sung for us by Isabel Ward with Fish Out of Water. So let's all work towards putting a stop to apartheid in Great Britain. Okay, music of a different sort now, as we welcome back one of the genuine Saturday Live veterans. Now, I don't want to get all Tarby and Lynchy on you, but I love this guy. And you're going to love him too. Please welcome the wonderful Hugh Laurie!
This song is dedicated to the memory of No, it's that guy who used to... Oh, sod it. Anyway, the song is called All We've Got to Do. Thank you very much. Indeed.
Well, the poor keep getting hungry, and the rich keep getting fat. Politicians change, but they're never gonna change that. But you and me, girl, we got the answer right in our hands. All we gotta do is... Price come home. Well, the winds of war keep blowing, and the tide is coming in. Don't you be hoping for the good times, because the good times have already been. But girl, we've got the answer. It's so easy you won't believe. All we gotta do is... It's so easy to see. If only they listen to you and me. We gotta, as fast as we can. We gotta, every woman, every man. We gotta, time after time. We gotta, Caroline. Well, the world is getting weary, and it wants to go to bed. Everybody's dying, except the ones that are already dead. The answer we're all seeking is staring us in the face. All we gotta do is, all we gotta do is, all we gotta do is...
The Schmutter, the original. Now, I believe we're going to a total first. Am I right? We're going to a total first. This is very exciting. What have we got here? We have 5,888,603. Nearly 6 million! Superb! And you know, ladies and gentlemen, that of course doesn't take into account any of the crazy, wacky stuff that's going on all over the country. This is the pledges, so that's probably just half what we got, but obviously we want to see some more pledges. Everybody get ringing, etc. Now, back to the show. Being as how this is the last ever Friday Night Live, I thought I would wear my first ever sparkly suit. This is the original, not anyone really gives a toss but me, but it is the original 86 version, and in keeping with this feeling of nostalgia that me and Harry and Hugh and all the gang are feeling, I thought I'd finish with the very first routine I did on what was then Saturday Live. Now, the reason I'm doing it is because this routine is less relevant today than it has ever been. I do it by way of a tribute to a great institution, Britain's railways. Oh, how we slag them off. Oh, how we'll miss them. Because unless you happen to live on the sparkling new Branson line, which will run between Conservative Central Office and a nice little pub in Essex, you may find yourself a long way from a station. So, this is my tribute to British Rail. Because, you see, now look, I'm going to come clean with you now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a general lefty. You see, I'm not a specific one. You know, like, I want everyone to have a job, But if there's only one parking place left at the supermarket, I want it. All right, general, you see. So, I believe in public transport. But if I'm on my own, in a train, especially intercity, I want both seats to myself. I don't want some bastard sitting next to me. So, there we all were at the big mainline station waiting for a train, and it still hasn't arrived, and the queue's getting restless, and the staff are trying to be pleasant in pursuance of the new consumer-friendly policy. But there's no flipping train, so it doesn't make a lot of difference, does it? And up and down the queue is the age-old British lament rippling along. He's pushing in. She's pushing in. That bloke's pushing in. He can't be saving places for all of them. He's pushing in. Everyone convinced that they're the ones who are being hard done by, that they're the ones who'll lose out. Excuse me, but there is a queue, you know. And then, as if by some sinister design, the collective paranoia takes a quantum leap. All together, we make another step towards small-minded bigotry. Well, if he's pushing in, then I'm going to push in. Yes, if he's pushing in, I'm pushing in. And the queue begins to collapse, and grannies start to go under as we all forget the great wartime Falkland spirit that made Britain great, as we start to edge about and shuffle towards. There's people wondering, do they have time enough to get themselves a coffee? A cheese and tomato baguette, great value, 65 quid, nice one. And while you're there, can you get me a triple thick shake from the Casey Jones Big Mac Whopper Dog Burger? And an industrial suction pump so I can get it up the straw. Triple thick shake? It's not a drink, it's a swamp. People wandering about with bleeding ear holes because they've been sucking too hard. Everybody sucks together, the windows of the shop cave in. So, anyway, there we were, in the queue, and we're getting very uptight. And underneath it all, there is a low murmur. Double seat, gotta get a double seat. Everyone's looking round, clocking each other's baggage. I've seen one family, they've got a couple of trolleys, I'll be past them, no problem. There's a bloke in a wheelchair, wallop, he'll be under a train. All's fair in love and war when you want a double seat, gotta get a double seat. I'm looking at my own baggage, and it's a huge pink Dayglow nylon sausage that I bought 5 years ago, and it went out of fashion that day, and all the stitching's come out, and I can't repair it because you can't sew up nylon, can you? And the zip's broken, and I've had to do it up with bungees off the back of my bike, and all my pants are spilling out onto the platform, and I hate that bag because it's wrapped round my legs like a gay pride zeppelin. But I'm going double seat, gotta get a double seat. And everyone else is going double seat, gotta get a double seat. Suddenly, the gate's open. Nobody cares anymore. Straight down that platform, double seat, gotta get a double seat. Through the barrier, the bloke's clipping the tickets. He's trying to be nice. Ticket, please, sir. Naff, off, bastard. Down we go. Onto the platform. Double seat. There's 50 of us. We're in front. We don't care. We're young, we're fit, and we want a double seat. We pass the first-class carriages. In unison, we turn and say, flipping hell, they are completely empty. Why do they put them on? Double seat, gotta get a double seat. We pass the buffet. Is it open? Is it closed? Who cares? It all tastes the same anyway. Double seat. I'm nearly there. It's very crowded, but I've seen some seats. I'm in the carriage, but they've got all those little tickets sticking out of them that say reserved. Have I got the guts to pluck one out? Can I just take one out and throw it away? No, I haven't, because although I pretend to be a bit anarchic on the telly, I'm a total farty git. But I've seen my double seat. There it is. Down that corridor. Nut the old lady. Knee the old bloke. Zeroing. Glue me bum down. I'm sorted. Spread out. You know how you do? You spread out. You occupy your space. You pretend to be asleep. Intimidate people. Piss off, I'm a yobbo, I promise. Whop the old willy on the table. Oh, that's a brilliant trick. I mean, not everyone can do it, but if you can, always works. I mean, people, they'll move a newspaper, they're not going to move your willy now, are they? Where's that willy taken? Anyway, of course, in the end, someone does sit next to me with a Sony flipping Walkman. And I know I've got to spend the next 6 hours trying to work out what the basket's listening to. It's like a swarm of bees playing comb and paper. And then a nice bloke sits opposite me, and he says, oh, nice day for a trip. And I say, if you say one more word to me on this entire journey, I'll stick my plastic fork in your arm. Well, it was a long journey. I wanted to read my book, you know what I mean? Anyway, I thought I'd get up the buffet. So, I got up, put my imitation dog turd on the seat so no one would sit there. Asked the bloke sitting opposite to watch me turn, and I went up the buffet. You know the buffet? The buffet? The buffet. It's a lovely word, isn't it, eh? Buffet. Really conjures up images, French culinary images. Boulangerie buffet, croissant buffet, patisserie buffet. We will dine in the buffet, my love. We will drink wine in the buffet and make love on the floor of the buffet. Great word. Why don't they just call it the Crap House, eh? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The Crap House will be opening shortly for the sale of hot and cold crap. And could you please remember to bring some change with you because we were too stupid to get any when we were at the station. Anyway, to cut a long story short, a group has spent the rest of the journey in the buffet, you know, playing that game you always play, you know, match the food to the photograph, you know. Brilliant game. What's that? It's a sausage. It's a sausage roll. No, it's a cheese and onion sandwich. It's a can of Coke. It's a bag of crisps. We can't tell what it was. Turns out it was the bloke standing behind the buffet making sure no one stood behind him. Know what I mean? I nearly bought it. I thought there's more meat in that than a British Rail burger. Ladies and gentlemen, that was my tribute to our fast diminishing, pretty pathetic tribute, but I just want to remind us of our fast diminishing public transport services. And that was Friday Night Live. This is Comic Relief. And are we going to do a total, Mr. Floor Manager? Are we yes or are we no? No, we ain't going to. He's giving me a fight. We're going to wait until it's really, really high. So you lot, get there, give us a phone, and we'll give you a total. So, lots more good times heading your way, so stick with us, because we got Jack Ross, we've got all the guys, etc., Lenny and Griff, etc. And on your, hang on, what are we going to say? Well, it's gone mad. So what we want to do is thank you for watching our bit. My name's Ben Elton. Go bye from everyone. Good night.
When we stand together, it's our finest hour. We can do anything, 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 anything. Keep believing in the power can build it. Don't you think it's time?
Calm yourselves. Have that cigarette right now. At last.
Yes, at last. Yes, at last. We're back.
With strange thing we used to do of all finishing each
other sentences. Now, what do we think of the other presenters? Smashing nicely.
I think it'd be better on the radio.
Yes, they were really. French and Saunders. What do you think?
I don't think they're really BBC One material.
No, not really. No.
But then there was Angus, and of course
he was rubbish, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And Ben Elton. Now he is
smarter than you expected.
He is. Yeah. The thing is, they've all fallen into that big trap, haven't they, of trying to do new gags?
Yeah, big mistake.
Yeah.
Huge mistake.
Whereas there's nothing like the old stuff.
The old crap. Yeah. Whop it out, that's what I say.
That's where we come in.
That's actually what Ben said, isn't it?
And right now...
My Willie is going to go right onto this podium.
No, please, no. Sorry. Please.
It's all right for you, but I have to stand next to him when he does that. I think you know exactly
How
what I'm
come
talking
these
about.
podiums were built for your height? Anyway, look at this. I'm down here. Anyway,
Shall we
here
get back to the script
now
first?
we have 20 of the best
Did
comedy
I say
clips.
my Willie is going to go on the podium? I can't believe I said that. But let me apologise to my mum. Mum, I'm really sorry.
And you'll be pleased to know that we've had twice the number of calls since you did offer that very favour.
Hey, kids, if you give me £1 million... No. Just...
Actually, yes, it's not a bad idea, is it? Let's be honest, it's not a bad idea.
No. Keep broadcasting quickly now. Quickly, Griff, go, please. Is it me now?
But now we have 20 of the best comedy clips, and you can choose them. Yes, you are about to have an hour of interactive television at its best. Tonight on Comic Relief, if you ring in, Lenny is going to put his penis on this perspex thing.
No, I am not.
All right, then. Interactive television at its second best, because it's time for Comic Relief's comedy climax.
That's what I have. The wife says I have that.
Isn't it funny how the script follows what we're doing?
Yes,
the comedy climax between now and the end of time. We want you to ring
We're gonna be
the
here
credit
forever.
card pledge numbers and give some cash
Then every 3 minutes, we'll pick up one of your calls at random and let the lucky caller choose one of these numbers, behind each of which lurks a comedy classic clip like this.
I had a little dinky. You still have?
What's the Yorkshire pudding? David hasn't made any Yorkshire pudding, Mike.
Oh, forget it.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
What condition were you in after your visit to the bedroom?
I was totally loopy at the end of it.
I looked out. You know it was bloody Greta Garbo.
It's pining. It's not pining. It's passed on. This parrot is no more.
One morning, I shot an elephant in my pajamas. How he got in my pajamas, I don't know.
Get it out.
Word of reason here. I know, we all know, Lenny made an offer he can't possibly. So don't phone expecting that. Don't phone, it really is just for fun, isn't it, Lenny?
Yes, it was just for fun.
Very much so. There's the number, the London number to call, 071 436 7777. That's right, isn't it? Please call in if you can pledge something, please do. As well as old, new and borrowed, there are some things that you've never been allowed to see before that we want to give you this evening, and of course you may never see them again. For instance, we have for you a sexually educational clip from The House of Elliot, which I thought would get a much bigger laugh, but there you go. We've got some one-off red-nose adverts made especially for us, and we have the Comic Relief's Lover's Guide to Better Sex.
Yes, and I'm going straight over because I believe I've got our first caller. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, Jackie Taylor. Is that right? Is that what you said? No. No, in fact, I've lost my first caller.
Hello?
Hello?
It's Catherine Turner.
Catherine, hello.
Catherine
Turner.
Romancing the Stone.
Is that Catherine Turner from Romancing the Stone?
No, but just ask Lenny, can he dispel the myth about black men?
What did she say? Well, Catherine, I'm afraid there's only one way that me and Lenny could actually dispel that myth.
Just crack on with the item.
I don't really want to put him to the test, you know. But thank you for donating some money. We're going to...
I just want to say one thing, me and Robbie Coltrane,
I
okay?
see. I don't think we want to see that, actually. We're going to let... Now, are you still there, Catherine?
Yeah.
You've gone away. No, I thought you might have gone away. We're blathering on him. Now, we're going to let you choose what we now show on the telly. So what number is it you want, then?
13, please.
13. OK, let's have a look. Let's see what number 13 is. Splat. Oh, it's the uncensored House of Elliot. Now, that's very good. But before we do that, right, you have to answer a very simple question, which you must answer correctly, or instead of playing the comedy, you know, we'll show you 3 minutes of the Open University Advanced Level Surveying course. So we better get it right, or the entire nation will hate you forever. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Good, that's the right answer. Well done. So play that clip, please.
Very good. She was very good.
Such a wonderful day.
So have I.
I don't want it to end.
It doesn't have to. You know what I mean. I came prepared. No.
Oh, Jack, it doesn't fit.
Can they be altered?
Yes, of course.
See, it wasn't really period detail, because it would have been one of them Geronimo things, wouldn't it, really?
Yeah. You say so, then. It's
Yes,
one black
okay.
man, you got two.
I thought we'd just show that clip 20 times. I'd like that, though.
Well, I think... Do I have a caller? I believe I do. Hello? Who's that?
Hello, sir.
Who? What?
Tony Morris.
Tony Morris? Why don't you return my calls, for God's sake?
Tony Morris, get it right.
I'm sorry, I can't understand what you're saying. Let's carry on as though we know each other. I assume you've rung in and given something very generously.
I certainly have, sir.
Fantastic. What is your lucky number this evening, sir?
Number 7, please.
Number 7. Let's have a look what that could be.
the naked airplane. The naked airplane, some cracking gags from the Zucker brothers. That will be if, of course, you get your incredibly taxing question correct. And the question is, what are you doing at the moment?
Nothing. Watching you.
Now, hold on. Watching me does not amount to nothing in my book, mate.
Well, you are doing a great deal here, so I'm sitting watching you.
I still can't understand a bloody word you're saying, but thanks for calling in. You are correct. Let's roll that tape. Yay!
Hey, Larry, where's the forklift? Forklift? It's over there by the baggage loader.
Ed and I drove down to the docks where Nordberg had been found floating face down in the water. In a case where there are no leads, you have to start somewhere.
Smoking or non-smoking?
Smoking, please.
There. Have a nice trip.
Oh, Woos. Are they back in business? I thought they closed down 3 years ago.
Oh, gee, has it been that long? I don't feel like Chinese tonight anyway.
It's so sweet of you to be concerned about me. What's really wrong with that Vincent Edward?
You ever been in a cockpit before?
No, sir, I've never been up in a plane before.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Nice beaver.
Thank you. I just had it stuffed.
Let me. We better tell the captain. We've got to land as soon as we can. This woman has to be gotten to a hospital.
A hospital? What is it?
It's a big building with patients. Take care of yourself, baby. By the way, I faked every orgasm. What flying experience have you had?
Oh, I flew single-engine fighters in the Air Force, but this plane has 4 engines. It's an entirely different kind of flying, altogether.
It's an entirely different kind of flying.
I've loved you since the first day I met you, and I'll never stop. I'm a very lucky woman.
So am I. Can you fly this plane and land it?
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Nordberg! Hiya, buddy. Hey! Doc says I should be on my feet and as good as new in a week.
And back on the force.
Nordberg! That's wonderful.
Whoa! Oh, Frank, everyone should have a friend like you.
Oh, yeah. As Paulie Yates says, the fun don't stop. Please, please keep phoning the London number only, OK? That's the only one that's open.
071 436 7777.
Now, I've got somebody on the line. Who's this, please?
Philip Goldfinch.
Pardon?
Philip Goldfinch.
Philip.
Philip?
Yeah.
All right, matey. How you doing?
Good, thanks, Lenny. How are you?
Enjoying the show?
Yeah, it's great.
OK, what's your lucky number from what we've got here?
Let's go to number 12.
Number 12. OK,
Yeah.
let's see what it is. It's in bed with Eric and Eddie. Oh, brilliant.
Good choice.
Now, if you want to watch it, all you have to do is answer this question. Are you nervous?
Yeah. No.
Absolutely right. Let's have 2.5 minutes of genius. Why not?
Keep ringing. Please. Keep ringing, ring. Pick up those phones and ring, but it's only worth ringing the London number, because there's no one else at the other numbers. They've all gone off. Home. Watching. What are you doing over there, Lenny?
I'm in the audience.
Oh, right, yes, of course, yeah. Because there is a bit of a change plan here, because it's only fair, we thought, that we included in this interactive television thing our studio audience who've come all the way here and sat here for 5.5 hours. So, have you found an intelligent-looking person there, Lenny?
No, I haven't, but we'll make do with this bloke here. Are you confident about answering the questions? No. OK, good. What we didn't tell you is that if you get one of our questions wrong, you'll be gunked in our vat of celebrity snot gunk. Ooh. But I'm sure that's most unlikely. So what number do you choose?
Ooh.
Quickly now, hurry up. We'll have to hurry you.
Oh, no, 19.
Number 19, let's see what it is. Oh, yes, this is a cracker. The one and only showing of a couple of special versions of recent commercials made, especially for comic relief, by fabulous people. As usual, all you have to do is answer a simple question. Your simple question is, what is the weight of St. Paul's Cathedral to the nearest ounce? You have 10 seconds to answer. Take your time. I'm going to have to hurry you. Time's up.
3,056,000.
Close, but wrong. I'm afraid that we're going to have to go
Thank you, Ambassador. Night, Jim.
Thank you. Hey! Ma noi Trănescu.
Ah, good man. Get him to move, sir. I'll do it, Bob. Did you make a phone call, sir? I had a word with the ambassador, yes.
I phoned Barclaycard, sir.
Oh, please.
International Rescue, sir. They got me a lawyer.
Starkey!
An English-speaking lawyer, sir.
Well, I'm being seen personally by the Minister of Justice.
Can I help you?
Ooh, dry white wine, please.
I'm afraid the bars are closed.
Bye.
I think it's me, and I think I need these to read the autocue there. I think we have a man ready to be gunked, but then it's not up to us because this is, of course, interactive television, so I'm going to ask the next caller if they would like us to gunk him or not. Hello, who are you? What do you want?
Jock Pritchard from Caerphilly.
John, I'm very, very pleased to speak to you. Thanks for pledging us some money this evening. What number would you like from our delightful board behind me?
I'd like you to call me Jock first.
Jock?
That's my real name.
Jock?
Yeah.
And you're proud of that, are you?
Indeed.
Fine, okay. I gave you the option, but you'd like to stick with Jock. There you go. Okay, Jock, what number would you like on the board behind me, sir?
Go for number 18.
Number 18, let's have a look.
18.
Flat, long wait, and there it is. Comic Relief Lover's Guide. There you go, the Comic Relief Lover's Guide. So, Jock, this is your question. The big question this evening. Should we, or should we not, gunk this man?
Yes.
Well, Jock, I could hear the audience here. I couldn't hear you.
I said definitely, get on with it.
You said definitely. I'm real sorry. That, of course, is the correct answer. So, Lenny, I think it probably is time first to roll the VT, and then we'll come back to you.